Hello guys, NautoAis here, and I want to give my thoughts on Ed Boon's announcement for Mortal Kombat 1 Season 2. So of course he mentioned that there will be Season 2, so props to Ed Boon. I mean, to some extent, most of his Mortal Kombat games are 2 seasons. Will it be a 3rd season for this game? Who knows? Mortal Kombat 11 kinda did to some extent, but it is what it is. That's their style. They don't really support the game for that long, like Street Fighter 5. Probably 5 years, I think, if I remember, for Street Fighter 5. But beside the point. So anyway, during Comic-Con, they revealed the new characters for Mortal Kombat 1. So first of all, yes, there is going to be an expansion called Mortal Kombat 1 Khaos Reign. So spoiler, 3, 2, 1. In the end of the story mode, there was Titan, Havoc, different timeline. It's all about multiverse now. I know it's lazy, but it's just easy. And his timeline, he just created chaos. Now he's trying to invade other timeline to create more chaos. They show what the story's about. It's something about chaos, and there it is. I mean, you got Havoc. He was the declarer of chaos in Mortal Kombat Deception. So anyway, they revealed the 6 new characters that's going to be in the game. Yes, no surprise, there will be guest character. I'm going to give my thoughts about it, whether it's good or bad. But yes, so what you're seeing right now are the 6 characters. And apparently it was leaked. People data mined the files, and there were some kind of suspicious situation. And unfortunately, the situation was real. So the 6 characters were kind of leaked. Even the guest character, but it is what it is. So who are the 6 characters that's going to be in Mortal Kombat 1 Khaos Reign? So first of all, Ghostface, which is from the Scream horror film. I don't watch horror film, not a fan of it. There you go, Ghostface. Don't know what the story behind the lore. A lot of people want it. There you go. Is he sort of does he fit in Mortal Kombat series? I don't know. I mean, if some other guest character from past game can, well, we'll just have to wait and see how Ghostface will do. But yes, Ghostface will be in the game. So the other one then is Noob Saibot. No surprise. So of course, if you know the history of Noob Saibot, even in the original timeline, he is behind the original Sub-Zero from Mortal Kombat 1. So they're doing that with this one as well. Yeah, so of course you got Sub-Zero, who is behind. And now you have Noob Saibot, who is behind. Yeah, don't think too much about it. It is what it is. Most people probably just want to play Noob Saibot. Story-wise, well, gotta make sense. I don't know, maybe there's something about it. So the next 2 characters you're seeing here, well, yes, Sektor and Cyrax in female form. In Liu Kang's timeline, they are female. Yes, and some people say, well, maybe it's just a code name. That's what I thought too, but apparently according to Mortal Kombat lore, Sektor and Cyrax are not really sort of a code name. It's actual name that were given by the Lin Kuei, and only one person can have those names. So yeah, so in Liu Kang's timeline, they are female. Don't really care about it. It's just sort of weird. Well, if you're a Uber Sektor or Cyrax fans, maybe. And again, it's multiverse. It's kind of like White Nick Fury versus Black Nick Fury. Yes, I went there. For me personally, I prefer White Nick Fury. I prefer David Hasselhoff over Samuel L. Jackson. That's just me. Whatever, potato. So in the case with Sektor and Cyrax, don't really care. Maybe there's a story behind it. I mean, heck, you got OG Sektor and Cyrax in the game as cameos. And I'll talk about the cameo, but a little bit later. So now, Conan. So the second time that Arnold's going to be in the game. His likeness, yes. Voice, no. So remember in Mortal Kombat 11, he was the Terminator based on the recent one. Now you got Conan from the OG Conan movie. Never really watched it. A lot of people said it's good. So I'll take their word for it because it is a pop culture. And of course, the last one, another Terminator character, the T-1000 from Terminator Judgment Day. Yes, I'm not a Terminator fan, but I do get that it is kind of makes sense that T2 Judgment Day is the best Terminator movie, hands down. you watch the later ones, I did watch some of them, I know, and they were par. I know there was one that they brought back Connor. Unfortunately, I hate to say the guy looked like he was on crack or something. I'm sorry. And within the first 5 minutes in the movie, he died. You know that's a spoiler, but it was a bad Terminator movie. I don't know. I mean, there's a Terminator Netflix show that's going to come. We'll just have to wait and see. So anyway, yes, the T-1000 will be voiced by Robert Patrick. So props to that one. And of course, if you know what the T-1000 is, it's a liquefied Terminator. So he can turn his body into weapon, blade. But of course, the lore is that he cannot do anything projectile because whatever like mass that he has, like the amount of liquid he has, I think I'm trying to understand this. That's a limit to it. So he can only shapeshift to anything to his dimension. So can he do a gun? No, but he can do a sword. That's why. So I wouldn't be surprised if he's gonna do some sort of like blades, blade weapon, melee weapon. I mean, hey, Terminator 800 was guns, so why not blades? So yeah, it's Terminator lore, I know. So anyway, I do apologize for the digression, but I'm just trying to understand how they're gonna work in Mortal Kombat. So yeah, so Noob Saibot, Sektor, and Cyrax, at least they're ninja. Sektor, Cyrax being female, it is what it is. Don't really care about it. It's all about the function, right? Right? Unless you know the lore. So remember, again, this is Liu Kang's timeline, his universe. So again, multiverse. Noob Saibot apparently also is going to be based on Liu Kang's timeline rather than a different Noob Saibot. Again, it is what it is. I know the story is convoluted to some extent. I mean, it's been convoluted since Armageddon. Let's just say that. Like I said before, for me personally, I just want Ed Boon to continue from Armageddon and that's it. But they had to do a reboot because Mortal Kombat for a while, if you didn't know, after Armageddon was in the down slope. Of course, Mortal Kombat vs. DC didn't do good. So there was a suggestion that said, do a reboot. Maybe it'll help. And there you go, to some extent. Yeah. So characters in here, it is what it is. Do I like to play some of them? Probably Noob Saibot to some extent. I am interested with the guest characters there. So something they did not mention is cameo. So will there be a cameo in this season 2? I have to wait and see if it's going to be a different pack or they're done with the cameo because, well, the problem is they're not working and apparently some competitive players don't really like the cameo system. Okay, I don't know. So now, let's move to the guest characters. So first of all, why does Mortal Kombat now having guest character? Whether you like it or not, it's for the casual, for people who are outside of the known of the Mortal Kombat franchise. If somebody who likes Scream, somebody who likes Conan, Terminator saw this, they might get interested with the Mortal Kombat franchise. It is for the casual, for the general audience, for guest character. Yeah, the downside when you put a guest character is you are taking someone's slot for it. It is what it is. To some extent it sucks, but again, your competitive fans, they don't give a shit about, to some extent, guest character. They just want the legacy character. When it comes to the casual, the general audience, you gotta have them to some extent if you want to sell your game. And apparently right now, Mortal Kombat 1 is not really that powerful to understand. I played the game. I did trophy showcase John Cena. I enjoy playing the guy because it's John Cena, Peacemaker. But I understand why. Competitive, it takes a slot. The casual might get into it. So, like a Street Fighter 6 with Terry and Mai. Maybe a Fatal Fury SK fan see Terry and Mai. Maybe they'll try Street Fighter. Just saying that. So, cross promotion is a market strategy, whether you like it or not. So, do I agree that Mortal Kombat should have guest character? Yeah, because it'll be interesting to have someone from a different franchise to be in the Mortal Kombat game. But I want to see, and I know this will never happen because WB basically confirmed it, that want Ed Boon to do Midway versus DC Universe, and they put all those pop culture characters in the DC side, and then you got Midway characters, like I said, Captain Carnage, the guy from Robotron, maybe Root Beer Tapper, maybe somebody from Pit Fighter, you know what I get. That'll be interesting, but I doubt they're going to do that because, again, NetherRealm Studio, they're not that big as a developer. They can only do one game at a time, and they are focusing on Mortal Kombat 1. So there you go, my thoughts about it. It is what it is. I'm not too excited with the characters. Maybe Noob Saibot, but to some extent, yes. Kind of weird. Female Cyber Ninja or Armored Cyber Ninja now. That's their story. Guest characters. Doesn't even have a theme, because in the past it did. Mortal Kombat 9 and 10 was horror. 11 was 80 pop culture movie. Now, well, the first half, season 1 was superheroes. Now you got, I don't know, you got one from, I guess, a hero, one's a villain, one's a horror villain, serial killer. It doesn't make sense. But there you go. I mean, for me, it is what it is. At least you gotta give proper NetherRealm Studio that they are showing all the characters. No more surprises of who the characters are, because people don't like that. That's always been the biggest complaint, is like, oh, you gotta wait who the next one is. And if they're doing that, the reason probably behind it is that they want to make sure that the character work in the game. That's why. Tekken 8 right now, they're doing that kind of lame. Even, I know Smash Bros. Ultimate, they did that because, well, you are using guest characters. And Sakurai said it was too tricky. So with Street Fighter, they stopped doing that. And then, of course, with Mortal Kombat, they stopped doing that since Mortal Kombat 10. They do reveal all the characters, and they stick with it. Granted, yes, Ash William from Evil Dead was supposed to be Mortal Kombat 11, but then apparently they did not. That's why it was the Joker. And in the first trailer, he looks weird. And then when the final trailer came out, Joker looks different, because it was probably something they needed for a while, just a placement holder, because they couldn't get Ash. Because apparently it was confirmed Ash was supposed to be Mortal Kombat 11, but somewhere down the line, something happened. They just say no. Kind of like equivalent to, and this is actually true, believe it or not, in Super Smash Bros. Brawl, where Mega Man almost actually made it in Brawl. Believe it or not. Keiji Inafune gave it the okay, but Capcom out of nowhere interfered and said, nope. No siree. And then there was rumor of Pac-Man and Bomberman going to be in the game. I mean, of course, Mega Man and Pac-Man are. And, of course, with Bomberman, it was an assist and a neat costume. But, yeah, you kind of see the relation, the analogy, the connection there. But the bottom line, I'm just saying, is that the guest character, it is what it is. Like it or hate it, you decide. So there you go, my thoughts on Mortal Kombat 11. Guest characters and all the characters for it, for Khaos Reign. Why those 3 ninjas? There's probably going to be in the story. And then, of course, guest characters. It's guest characters. I mean, Ghostface, there's going to be, I think, a Scream movie in 2025, from what I understand. Terminator, the Netflix Terminator animated series. Conan. Maybe there's going to be Conan? I don't know. Maybe. Maybe Conan's also going to be in multiverses. I don't know about it. Anyway, there you go, my thoughts. With that, I'll see you guys later.